You're at the closing table. The ink is drying on the final contract, and the keys are sliding across the wood. Your clients are looking at you with total confidence. You've just guided them through the largest financial decision they've ever made. But the second that transaction records and the commission check clears, the operational reality changes. The active file is officially closed. You're instantly hit with a wave of new administrative demands. There are new listings to market, a sudden repair dispute, and urgent weekend buyer tours. This vortex of new business often leads to an unintentional silence. In the rush to manage the next contract, the family you just successfully served gets pushed to the back of the stack. Prioritizing cold leads over past clients creates a cycle where you are essentially paying for lead generation twice. You lose the momentum of a hard-earned relationship and replace it with the high cost and high effort of finding someone new. To bridge this gap, many agents outsource their follow-up to a corporate CRM platform. It's a set-it-and-forget-it solution designed to keep the agent's name in the inbox. These systems typically blast out generic content, a standard monthly newsletter, robotic holiday cards, and basic tips on cleaning gutters or checking smoke detectors. Consumers recognize this automation immediately. When a client receives a generic Happy Arbor Day email from the person who handled their life savings, the relationship starts to feel purely transactional. This mechanical outreach often erodes the trust built during the move. By the time that client is ready to sell again in 5 or 10 years, the memory of your service has often been buried under years of irrelevant spam. There is an alternative to the CRM blast, a 12-month nurturing architecture, managed within a private, closed-loop AI sandbox. This timeline is established at the closing table through what's known as a relationship pledge. As you hand over the keys, you formally commit to rejecting generic marketing. You explain that you've built a profile centered on their home's specific architecture and their renovation goals, and that you will remain their real estate consultant for the long term. Because the client agreed to this specific data sharing during the move, they tend to open your emails. They are looking for the renovation advice or the equity updates you promised. Building this system starts with the transaction file. You isolate the specific DNA at a property, the 1920s craftsman style, the planned kitchen remodel, and their interest in historic restoration. Execute a data sterilization protocol, stripping away names and addresses, leaving only objective property data. Feed this sterilized DNA into the secure AI sandbox. It maps these variables onto a 12-month chronological structure, generating check-ins aligned with the property and the client's lifestyle. This workflow removes the administrative weight of manual writing. It allows an agent to provide a level of personalization that traditional CRM templates can't reach. Consider the month 3 milestone. Instead of a seasonal reminder, you send a check-in that includes a list of verified local craftsmen. At month 12, you replace automated valuation widgets with a human-audited market update. This is based on real local deeds, showing exactly how their home's equity has shifted over the last year. The AI ensures the tone of these messages remains professional and advisory, avoiding the typical computerized phrasing found in automated real estate marketing. These context-rich milestones demonstrate that you are still actively monitoring their financial asset long after the commission check was signed. This strategy places the agent in a permanent role as a property advisor. You become the primary source for localized data, even when the client is not actively looking to move. Consistent, relevant communication keeps the professional relationship intact. When a friend or neighbor mentions a real estate question, your name is the most natural recommendation. This shifts the focus of the practice toward repeat clients. It reduces the constant need for the hustle of cold lead generation by retaining the people you've already won over. By managing post-closing workflows through a secure AI architecture, the database becomes more valuable with every closing. You stay top of mind for your past clients, allowing the practice to grow through direct word of mouth.